So here's something the freshman guidebook failed to address. Your dad is acting sheriff. He thinks your favorite professor may have murdered your favorite dean. So where do you sit in class? Up front now seems awkward, but isn't a seat in the back like hanging an "I think you're guilty" sign?
I hope you're not relocating.
Oh, Professor, no. No, I was just,
I know, Veronica, it's kind of a weird situation. But I don't want you to think that this disagreement that your father and I are having will in any way affect things between us. A student like you comes along once, maybe twice in a career. I'm glad that I get to be the one to mentor you. And I really hope that you don't forget that amid all this.
I won't. Thanks, Dr. Landry.
This doesn't make sense, Keith.
Sheriff Mars, actually. I am acting sheriff now, so sorry.
Okay. Sheriff, why am I still here being questioned by you in that tone of voice? You said that you found my ex-husband's fingerprints all over Cyrus's computer keyboard. Steve was clearly unstable. You found his prints on the keyboard. Isn't that what you people call a smoking gun?
Goodbye, cruel world. That sentiment uses 11 letters. Unstable ex-husband Steve's prints are on every key on the keyboard. And of course, there's a matter of the gloves found in the incinerator. Did the killer bother to wear gloves for the murder only to take them off and leave prints all over the computer? So, no, that's not what we call a smoking gun.
I didn't kill Cyrus, Keith.
Sheriff Mars, you said you and Hank Landry were alone at the Neptune Grand on the evening of your husband's death. But a witness heard two men fighting in your room at midnight. You say you never left the hotel, but at 1:30, your car is checked out of valet and checked back in an hour later. In that time, a phone call is made between your cell and Landry's. You claim you never left the hotel, and this call concerned toothpaste. Roughly 30 minutes after your car is checked back in, a student passing near your husband's window heard the gunshot. Toxicology reports show that your husband had a large dose of Xanax in his system. The dean's assistant said he was out, but records show you picked up a refill prescription for him earlier in the evening. It just doesn't add up, Mindy. I believe Hank Landry killed your husband, Mrs. O'Dell. I believe I can prove it. My question to you is this: are you going to take the fall with him?
Many agencies requesting criminal profiles are unified by the misperception that the profiling process can somehow circumvent the work of analyzing physical evidence on a particular case. Review conducted by Horvath and Messig determined that physical evidence is used less than 25% in the cases. All right, then, ask what this is all about.
I'm going to arrest you, Dr. Landry. You should feel free to dismiss your class. There's no reason for your students to see you let out of here in cuffs.
Class, the acting sheriff has some questions he'd like to ask about a case. So I'm gonna let you go early. Read chapter 6 by next class.
Yeah.